Hey, good morning, everyone. Today's show is about Rara and Rabòday, and following is our theme song, which is Rabòday. What a great way to start the show. Sit back. My name is Edie Bristol, coming your way, guided listening. Indeed, you are on Guided Listening, a weekly show that airs sometimes PRN as needed, as they say in the medical world. I aim to present something different from the turmoils that have been associated with the motherland, Haiti. To those of you who are interested in our great culture, specifically our music, I present to you new aspects in every show. As a matter of fact, today I'm going to start a series in which I will compare Rara and Rabudai. And there couldn't be a better time to do so because the carnival season begins at the end of January and ends on March the 4th, which is the eve of Lent. This marks the beginning of the Rara season, which goes through, I would say, which goes through Easter. What what is interesting in all of that is the way the Christian calendar intertwine with those social or cultural events reflects a blend of syncretic elements, cultural elements, I should say, uh, that account for our diversity, and I could say uh, Haiti's cultural heritage includes influences from indigenous people, Americans, uh, Europeans, and Africans. Musically, what I'd like to say is that the sacred influences the secular. And that is to say, the two genres cited, and Albudai, must be understood in the context of the Haitian voodoo, which is the predominant uh, religion of the poor majority. Uh, Haitian voodoo is a syncretic, is an Afro Catholic syncretic religion that emerged from the understanding of the African voodoo itself, which originated in West Africa, mixed with European Catholicism. So, uh, to, to compare that, I'm going to play one of the songs on my 7 albums, which is which is which I named Prière pour Haïti or Pray for Haiti. It is a song that I will consider to be Prière Guinée in the voodoo ceremonies, which is a Kyrie in Catholicism. So let's listen to Prière for Haiti. There are two main pantheons of Loa in Voodoo. First, the Rara pantheon associated with uh, harmony and benevolence. And second is the Petro pantheon, which is characterized by a more militaristic type of vengeance. And then that is to say, this in this case, both uh, uh, the Rara and Rabòday's energetic characteristics are rooted in the Petro tradition. There are many similarities and differences between the two genres. Similarities range from, I would say, from their shared roots in Haitian cultural musical tradition to the street-like possession during Lent or Carnival, in this case, Rara and Raboday, respectively. Both genres belong to the Petro pantheon. Rara, I would say, is an extension of what was happening in the Peristyle worship temple. And however, the instrumentation had to be changed to adapt for portability. Consequently, the vaccines uh, played the role of, of harmonic instruments, and consequently, the congas became lighter. And 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 the labodai has evolved from its usage during Corvée, a free labor concept where neighbors help each other to plant and harvest. Sometimes Labodai is played during gatherings and official meetings. But once urbanized, it became what is now known as Banapié, which parades the streets during Carnival. Once again, the instrumentation has to be changed to suit mobility. What is called the bass plays uh, the harmony, and The latter is a handheld. It's a hand played drum. Both genres feature binary rhythm structures and binary subdivisions, and the vibrant percussive beats that define both of them often often overlap, creating I would say a strong rhythmic similarity. Let's play both Rabab, a concept that I introduced in 1997, and the theme song, which is Baba Itizwazona, to understand uh, uh, those similarities presided.
La bannière devant, toute bonne yo dehors. Vaccine yo joint vent, tambour frappé fort. On dans les organes, les rares arrivés. Ou mettez les morts, faut qu'on lever. Si nous loup des blés.
And now, uh, bye bye, Tizwazora. And you more or less used to that one. And although Rabodai has been urbanized, the Rara tradition continues to influence it, and this is done vice versa. For instance, Banapi in the capital currently uses vaccines to complete mostly the diatonic scale to play melodies and harmonies. Similarly, some Rara groups in the countryside, uh, some groups use horn, horns, uh, which is customary in Banapi in the capital. In the 90s, Bookman Experience, a band that originated from the new uh, Latin era, played some kind of fast rabodai, and they tended to borrow voodoo-like lyrics, such as Balenjo. And you would say Rara in the countryside singing a song associated with une chansonnette française or a French ditty, I would say a sample song. Now, to contrast both genres, I would say uh, Rabadai tends not to be ceremonial, while Raga remains rooted in the spirituality and traditions. Rabadai is mostly associated with festive or protest environments, focusing on secular themes like a social critique or empowerment and celebration. Of course, some voodoo components, such as the ritual, rhythm, structure, have influenced the genre. That itself is accounted for the revolt undertone and uh, I would say a phenomenon that is more pronounced in more pronounced in Rabòday. Uh, uh, Furthermore, the melodies in the Rabòday have been urbanized and subjected to what I would call urban enculturation. And on the other hand, the traditional costumes found in Rara are mostly inexistent in Rabodai. And also the absence of samba or dances uh, associated with voodoo ceremonies are not noticeable in Rabodai. But in terms of Rabodai, it, it is still evolving. Like I mentioned already, the Latin movement in the 90s was an extension of it. And as is the current Rabodai being played by the Z uh, generation. Uh, Musicians like Oxygenty aim to create a music savant for the young republic of Haiti after 1804. They combine European notation and African syncopation to create our mailing, which was, I believe, a scholarly endeavor. To those compa musicians who are unaware that this genre comes from the same lineage, I would say that compa is simply a reconfiguration of our mailing quintuplet. Therefore, compa should be understood in the context of une music savant. I'd like to also say, along with other musicians, I have incorporated elements of jazz and European music in both genres. Let us listen to a song that I composed when I was at Jacobi Hospital, and that song reflects uh, the resilient nature of the Petro Pantheon. And that is to say, I remember when the doctors there told me, "Oh, we are glad that you are right-handed, and we are glad that guitar is not your main instrument, rather the trumpet." And then I understood that they were trying to tell me that I may no longer play the guitar. And I replied within that transition, play your music on my arm and let's listen to play it, which is Rabbi. All the songs that I've been playing throughout this podcast are either Rara from the Rara tradition or Rabbi, or so as I call it, Petro Rabbi.
Play your music with strength and insight. You're calling in life, you've got to play it right. Everyone must keep what matters in sight. If music is life, you've got to play it right. No matter in what field you might be, everyone should understand that need to play their own music in life.
And everyone must play their own music. And the next song is a fast rabot I typically play during carnival. And then you're going to hear how the Rara rhythms intertwine with the Rabòday.
Basilic, sentiment. Seulement chasse à baguette frais non donné.
And the next song, which is a medley featured on my French album, is another trophy on top of our independence. We have preserved what is best in French literature, language, and the music. The music at times expresses that the struggle continues, but the solo reflect our tenacious spirit of never surrendering. Despite our suffering and internal dilemmas, we are still evolving. And the last two songs, Masquerade and Piercing the Core of My Heart, are dedicated to the youth. I want them to know that I support and understand their movement. In short, keep innovating and masquerade.
Are we really happy with this lonely game we play? Looking for words to say, searching but not finding understanding. Anyway, we are lost in a masquerade.
And I cannot play the entire song. And like I said before, the songs that I've played on this podcast are available to purchase on USBs. My first six albums are on one USB, and the seven new albums are on a different USB. That's the number to call to obtain them. And at this point, I'd like to play the last song, which is Piercing the Core of My Heart.
Laugh with me, lean on me, stay with me. Simple matters make me fall in love with you.
And then at this point, I'd like to thank you all for watching.
Caress me, hold my hand, the rhythm that maintains.
On the next episode, I'm going to discuss how Rara participants can dance all night, walk for miles, and similarly, how Banapier travels from Matissan to Pétionville back and forth with minimal sign of fatigue. So
Sweet deep love. It
I hope you enjoyed this one.
captivates me. Never
And follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook.
what you see is apparent. What is will fulfills our desire.
And then it was a pleasure to be with you. That was guided listening.
Your warmth is the sunshine and the key.
My name is Edie Brisso. See you next time.
Is the result.